Hello, and this is just this is Daniel, and today I'd like to have a short demo, Python demo, how to calculate date from a timestamp and a integer timestamp field and integer field. Okay, so I'm using Oracle 12c ArcGIS 10.6.1 geodatabase. The table I'm using is timestamp underscore CL. So this is a ESRI object table. So ESRI object table have edit tracking and subtype and relationship. If for Oracle table, they only have field index. So in order to use the PyCharm to work on a ESRI geodatabase table. So first we need to download the PyCharm. When you go to this website, download the PyCharm, you have two choices, and professional and community. And I think the community one is good, is free, but the professional and you need to pay. And you only can try, free try. So also PyCharm have window for Windows, for Mac, for Linux. So, but after you download the PyCharm, you need to do some configuration. So in order to use arcpy, that is ESRI Python API, so you need to go to this PyCharm configuration. After you install the PyCharm, you will get this window first time. So you go here and you go to the setting. Okay, you see here you need to go to Python interpreter. If you don't have ArcGIS installed, you only have the generic Python interpreter. But in order to use ESRI arcpy API, you need set Python interpreter like this. That because you have that is because you have ArcGIS desktop installed in your computer. Otherwise, you don't have this available. Okay, so you have that, and then because I already did that, so I go back to my project. Okay, so as I said, after you have your ArcGIS Python interpreter installed, you can import arcpy. Otherwise, you will get a message said PyCharm import error, no module named arcpy. So okay, you see I have that ArcGIS installed in my computer, and also I have that setting point interpreter point to ArcGIS 10.6 1 Python interpreter, so I can do this. And then I can use arcpy now here. arcpy.da and .UpdateCursor. Okay, and this this function first need a table, or we put the table here. First parameter, and the second you need a field, and then you need to have a where clause. Where clause is the option, but sometimes you in order for your Python work properly, you have to put a where clause. Okay, so I need to use these two fields calculate this last field. The first field is a timestamp field. Timestamp field basically they'll have date and time. The second field have is an integer. It's years. How many years? So the last one is date and field. So basically this first field plus the second field, and we get the this end date. So it's not a simple plus, okay, because it's a year and date calculation. So I will, okay, you have the cursor. Now you can loop through the cursor row by row. So the first we calculate this. This one is row 0. Index is 0. Is get this value. Okay. So as I said, this is a timestamp. Have date and time. So I split it by this because date and time separated by a space. I split by a space. I get the list, and there are two values. The first value is date and the second value is time. So I only need the date part. So the first date part also I split it by this dash. I get the year, month, and date. Okay, and then I need to trim the leading 0 for this month and date, because the Python datetime date calculate function need integer. So year, month, and date the integer. So I get those integer values, and then I have this second field is the integer field is the year. So I can put here. I can calculate it now. I go to this function here. Okay. Now let's I need to put a cursor. Let's put a cursor here. Okay. Let's put a cursor here. You see, when you are debugging, this PyCharm is very cool. It gives you, it's not only you hover this, you get the value. It's all show here by side, and so and then you step into. Okay, you see, it's my date is 2019. Okay, the year is 10. So when they use this function, and also you can evaluate it. Okay, let's go to. Okay, I can do this. I can highlight it. Okay, you can highlight it, and then okay, evaluate it. Okay, 19, 10, 29, because the month and the year no change. Okay, this is for the regular year, but for the leap years, because leap years, for example, 2004. If it's February last day 29, and you need to use this value. Because why? Because the regular year, the next you add a year, integer year, and it will be next year March 1st, because regular year and February only have 28 days, right? So that's the reason I put it here. Now we can continue and just run through. Okay, it's done very quick because 37 row have been updated. It's done. Okay, that can be okay. Yeah, okay. 37 timestamp record were calculated. Yeah, so I like this PyCharm. I used a lot of other software such as PyScript, Visual Studio Code, and Python. I think this PyCharm is the best one so far for me, and it's easy to find, debug, and just excellent. And so the only difference here, I'm using GIS, ESRI ArcGIS, arcpy API, but if you don't have ArcGIS, you cannot use this API, but you need loop through your table by a different function, and after you get your cursor and you can roll, and everything else are same, and all other things are same. Yeah, this is the only API, ArcGIS API I'm used, but those function is same, because you only need to get from Oracle table. You only need to get a year, month, and date, and then you can calculate that. Okay, and that's all for today, and thank you very much for your watching, and have a great day. See you next time. Bye.